Full parking lot today. Check this thing out. It's like massively loaded. We got overflow parking in the overflow parking. So let's get some of this stuff run down. This one right here, this is a 2017. It's a Mazda CX-3. It's a Carmax edition. See that? This is actually here for a post-purchased, nothing wrong with it, found inspection. I guess the customers bought this and they stated that after parking it overnight, they found a bunch of gasoline under the vehicle, starting the engine, and they also were complaining of a severe vibration while driving. Now, this vehicle was returned back to the Carmax folks at 84,664 miles on the odometer. They brought it back to Carmax and said, hey, we have these problems with this car. Right before our 30-day warranty or whatever expires, we'd like that stuff looked at. And CarMax's shop has replied, according to my customer, that they were not able to locate any concerns or problems and that there's nothing wrong with the vehicle. So naturally, it is here for the second opinion of all second opinions, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this situation at hand ASAP. So stay tuned. This is gonna be a very good post-purchase inspection video. Okay, so it should go without saying that I have visually looked under this vehicle in the day 0.5 that it's been parked here, and I have found no fuel leaking out of it. I also smell no fuel leaking out of it, so I'm comfortable that I can test drive this car without catastrophic failure of the thing turning into an exploding fireball and sending me to an early demise. So that being said, let's get out on the road here and take this thing for a quick spin. Alrighty then. Vroom vroom. Oh, by the way, you guys, somebody had commented, I'd noticed, that my audio quality was absolutely horrendous. And you're correct, because my camera microphone system has become broken and I had to send it away for warranty repairs. I had one of those little DJI mics, you know, the little the wireless ones, and my receiver stopped being a receiver, so I could transmit audio through the transmitters, but the receiver would not hear it and then send it to the video format on the GoPro. So I'm back to using the factory GoPro microphone, and I'm sorry, I know it sounds like crusty, nasty, but rest assured I will be back to my normal production quality ASAP. So anyway, back to our test drive. I do not smell any fuel leaking. I don't feel any fuel leaking. And I'm not feeling a vibration. They complained of a vibe also. I don't feel that up here. Let's hit the brakes. Yeah, nothing really going on. So I got no brake vibe. I have no fuel smell, any of that stuff preliminarily. That doesn't mean the situation does not warrant those concerns, but I don't feel it right now. So let's head back to the shop. We're gonna rack this unit up, take a gander underneath, and then we'll go from there. So stay tuned. Maybe there's a vibration under full speed. Nope. No acceleration vibration either. And no fuel smell still. This is good. All right, back at the shop working space here. Let's get this thing back nosed into the shop, and we can, nope. Not doing that. There's a BMW in the way. Ruh-roh. Hang on. Let me move this thing. Parking is the auto. Powering down. Pew. Zoom, zoom. Loud noises. Alright, we're in. Set up properly in the lift area. Let's park this unit. Shut her down. Gonna pop the hood. Now, I know we're looking for a fuel leak, but I'm gonna do a full comprehensive vehicle evaluation for these folks here, just to see if the CarMax inspectors missed anything during their CarMax inspection. Okay, so since we're doing a used car inspection on a used car that was recently purchased, there's something here I want to point out that's standing out to me. And this applies to all folks who are trying to buy used cars. Do we see this panel gap right here? See that right there? See that piece of little hole where that clip goes? This panel's been disconnected, probably due to some sort of frontal impact with the ground or a curb or even a vehicle. This right here, this indicates that the vehicle has been towed, because there is a like a plug thing or whatever that goes over this hole. You pop that plug out and you can screw your tow hook into it, so the truck has something to winch onto when they go to pull it up in the back. And it appears that the driver never put that thing back. So it's pretty common, but it's also an indicator. We have some more broken business down here, and we can also see where the tape has spilled over into this black colored area where it's been repainted. See that right there? See how we're flaking off? So this has been recovered and repainted, and we can see that the red is moving on to that black. So this has been a repainted panel right here. A little bit of damage there. And of course we have the line not matching up here, along with this glob of clear coat. See that right there? A big old blob of clear coat hanging out. So it's been repainted at least once, probably due to a front-end collision. And if we look over here on the passenger side, we also see indicators of body panel lines that are incorrect. See that? So something happened on the front of this vehicle. We can tell that straight away. The rest of the body panel lines, we're looking for gaps, or the appropriate gaps rather. That one looks okay. Looking over here at this door, that one also looks okay. So the doors never took a hit, according to my prognosis at the moment. However, I'm seeing a bunch of runoff from the clear coat right here. See that? Big old chip in the corner. There's a chip. So maybe the hit did push this door back at some point and it hit the thing, or perhaps it had like door edge guards on it. But that doesn't really explain this big clear coat running all the way down. What's messed up about this clear coat is there's like metal flakes or something in it. You guys see that? That's in the clear coat. So there's a prep work fail. A little bit of tape action going on here. Yep, there it is. So yeah, this door was also repainted. I stand corrected. It must have pushed that door back some, or it got into it right over here somewhere. So there was an accident on this vehicle. I don't know if that was showing up in the history report, but the signs are quite clear that there was some body work that was done on this particular Mazda. That body line looks good. This looks good. Door line looks good, and that door line looks good. And there's no clear coat run here. So I'm gonna say that's not been repainted. I don't see any tape here either anywhere. Okay, so enough for the cosmetic stuff. Let's get this thing racked up, lift it up, and we'll take a look down below for some fuel and some other items. All right, black subscribe button. Let's remind all you new people to consider subscribing to the channel so you do not miss out on any future content. Engaging said black subscribe button, we're gonna go ahead and run this up in the air and begin the undercarriage inspection portion. I wanna see if there's any more damage to this front end that we cannot see externally. This particular Mazda happens to be Justin's girlfriend's Mazda. He's over there. Like I said, she just got the thing, and it ain't right. Hey, Justin. You said they replaced 2 of the wheels on this, right?
1 or 2 wheels have been bent.
Do you know which ones?
Looking right here, please.
They said they were bent, right? Or it was a vibration, and they replaced the wheel?
Yeah, front end vibration.
All right. I can get down with this one. This looks like a brand new shiny wheel. So this is a new one. They did change that wheel. That is not a new one. Let's see if this one's bent. What we do is we put ourselves in a fixed position and then look past the edge of the wheel and rotate it. If we see a hump in it, not the wheel weight, but if we see a hump, we know it's bent. We'll check this other one too. Looking right past the edge. I see no humping. So there's no humping here. These wheels have not been replaced, but the control arm has. That's a brand new control arm and a brand new strut. Look at that. But it hasn't been in an accident, huh? Yeah, clean Carfax report, no accidents reported. How's this wheel? That one's not bent. Let's check this other one here. So they replaced one. That one looks good. Let's go at it from this side. And that one looks good. And again, strut's been replaced. And this lower control arm has also been replaced. Okay. Anyways, let's take a look at the plastics here. Yeah, it's taking a hit somewhere. There's some damage to the AC condenser up here on the front. No leaks. It doesn't look like it's leaking, but something hit it. See, the fins are all deformed. Yeah, right there. So that took a hit. Anything else standing out at me that's broken? There's more of that paint right there. Okay. Yeah, I think they probably just ran it up on a curb or something once upon a time. Smashed some things in. Trying to get an eyeball on the lower radiator support. Make sure that's not busted or anything. Because what you can do is you wreck something and you break some of the structure, but then you put all the non-structural stuff back together and you can hide the actual damage to it, which I'm not seeing down here on this core support, so that looks good. Yeah, this bottom panel's a little chowdered up. I mean, it's not horrible, it's not busted and falling off, but it's also not the greatest. My spider senses tell me that these screws are not really supposed to be there. Like that one, maybe that one. Yeah, these are homemade screw holes to hold this together. This is broken right here. All right. Yeah, nothing terrible. But we're supposed to be looking for some gasoline, aren't we? We're looking for a gas leak. So let's find the fuel tank and see if we can't see any gas leak action. I don't see any runs or residue. All the way around over here. Got some dirt going on, so gas has not rinsed away all the dirt. Yeah, I don't think there's a fuel leak on this unit. Let's look at the top of the tank. Bear with me, I'll shove this light in here. You guys see any fuel in there? No? Nothing up there. That's not gas, that's my DNA. Don't worry about that. The evap system. I see no fuel leak evidence here. No. Nothing from the filler neck. No. All right. So I'm wondering where the fuel they say came from. It's like a fuel smell or a fuel leak. I'm not seeing any evidence of a leak. That filler duct looks good. Am I missing anything, guys? We got fuel lines, fuel tank, evap system. This is the vapor canister back here. It looks like the purge valve. No fuel in this area. No, I don't. Like, I'm trying to smell, but I can't really smell much here. You guys smell any fuel in there? Nope, nada. Okay, so I've got nothing on a fuel leak, fuel smell. Let's follow the lines up real quick and just make sure that we don't have like a line seeping somewhere. Moving forward, we can see most of everything. Forward, forward, forward. No fuel in there. That's a little tore up. The vent. Fuel going on in here. Negative on the fuel in here. I see right up there on the CV axle, which is just above that sway bar right there. If you look up right here and then back, there's a little bit of oil leaking from the CV axle seal. Okay, I'll get you out in there. Let's try to see this. Yeah, there it is. Hope you guys can see that. A little bit of oil there. Nothing crazy. It's certainly not going to make a fuel smell. I see some rust looking runoff stuff here though. See all that? This rusty looking business. It's up there on the transmission and on this side of the frame. Let's go ahead and let her down. We've seen enough down here. Yeah, let's let this thing down and take a peek at it. Oh look, You can tell that they did the wheel alignment after doing the struts and the control arm. See the little witness marks from the wrench? That's how you can tell it was recent. Okay. Yeah, nothing down below. Let's let this unit down and take a look under the hood here. Moving on up. Lock release. And down lever. Coming down. All the way down. And not contact. There we go. We're hovering. Okay. Let us popping the hood. Let's see what's going on under the bonnet here. Mazda zoom zoom. It's got Sky Active technology. Okay, let's get this thing in service mode. Yeah, that's not the greatest. Temporary fix. Look at that. It's probably not going to be fantastic for long-term electrical connections. That one's good. I've got to tighten that up. That's going to lead to like a no crank one day, and we don't want to have a no crank one day. I'm just going to fix this jankiness right now. It's actually a pretty clean, decent looking car too. Oh, we're not going to fix that because it's like stripped out. That's cool. Seriously? Das ist nicht gut. Nein. Das ist scheiße. Okay, I gotta fix that. I'm sorry. I gotta fix it. It's Justin's girlfriend's car. I gotta fix it. That's just what's gonna happen. So, we can go find another temporary one of those and do it the better, not janky way. Let's see here. Where are my terminal lugs at? Aha! There we go. Built to last, Duralast. What size is that, a 13 or a 12? Looks like a 12. I'm gonna get both just in case. There we go. So what we're gonna do, disconnect this garbage. I'm kind of gonna do the same thing that they did, but in a better version. It's not so like sideways and janky, if that makes sense. You'll see. It's gonna look nicer. That scared me. Oh, yeah. Good job, guys. That's not how we fix things. It's just not. That is not the way. It's got a new battery. Probably because it sat at the body shop till the battery died. Yeah. I don't need you. But what I do need is this one. So take this guy. Stick you back on there where you belong. Kinda. This needs some TLC. Somehow, some way. Gotta figure this out. Zzz. Can't do it like that. I wonder. What did I just do with that old one? Did I just chuck it? Yep, there it is. Yeah, that doesn't fit in there. You know what? We need a grinder. We're gonna do some grinding action here. Okay, so this is gonna get loud because I'm fixing to use some pneumatic tools here. So what we're working with, got a rotary like Ziz wheel tool with some 80 grit sandpaper on the end. We're gonna shape this thing up so this little flat piece can sit flush in those mounts over there, and we can make a good solid lasting connection. So loud noises and sparks, close your ears and eyes, please. Really? No sparks? What? There we go. So now we're flat. That little protrusion that was on there is no longer there. So we need to shape up the rest of this a little bit. That way the bolts fit properly-ish. And I wonder. Okay, ow, ow, it's super hot. Dang, I touched it right here. That was hot. Hey, not kidding. So check this out. I got this infrared little device right here, infrared camera. And we're gonna shine this. Look how hot that wire just got. Just from me grinding on it. And it's not ambient temp of the wire because it's cool over here. See right there? This end of it, it's calibrating. What's that temperature? 118 degrees. And then right where I was grinding, it took it up to 143. That's wild. Check the bottom side. Yeah, 140. Yeah, so I put some heat into it, a little bit of friction. Boing. So I've got an idea. Rather than grinding the daylights out of this to make this thing flat, what I'll do is I'll just use a nut from that other, that other little terminal deal, and we will make it spaced properly. That way, it all fits together real nice and flush-like. Yeah. So what I'll do, we'll run this down. That's not what I wanted to do. I was walling up the hole, that's what I was doing. We were boring it out. There. Zzz. So now we'll screw this guy in. We can tuck that down there so it's nice and pretty. Okay, 13, this one's 13. That's how I know mine are better. They have bigger nuts. I have bigger nuts than Carfax or Carmax or whoever this is. By 1 millimeter. Okay, so that guy's bolted onto the battery. Put some torque on that little nut bolt on the other side just for fun. There. Now my janky repair is only a fraction of the level of janky from the last guy. There. Okay, so now we'll wipe away all the copper dust. And I super got distracted because I'm still supposed to be looking for a fuel leak. I don't think I'm gonna find it. Okay, let's throw some terminal protector spray on there. Preventing corrosion. And then on the positive side too while we're at it. It's like a sealant. Not Flex Seal, it's a sealant. There we go. That's good. Okay, side quest is complete. Where was I? We were looking for fuel leaks, weren't we? Now, so we confirmed they replaced the wheel like they said. We have found no fuel leak. Fuel lines are coming up right over here in the back of the engine, going into the high pressure injection pump. Pop the top here, and we're not seeing anything remarkable or revolutionary here. I think the fuel rail is down there under the intake, and I see no signs of fuel or leakages. Okay, so they are correct, there is no fuel leaking, and there's really nothing else staring at me in the face here on this particular situation. Motor mounts, well, that one's broken. There's a broken motor mount right there. Yeah, nothing crazy, but it is starting to break. Okay. How's our belt looking? Belt looks good. Nader looks good. I see no valve cover gasket leaks. Let's check for any kind of seepage at the service valves on the AC. Nope, that's bone dry. This is good. Where's my high side valve? Let's take a peek under that one while we're doing it. I just felt a little bit of leakage there. There's no dye in it though. I see some slight bubbles though happening. Camera might not pick it up. There are some very microbial bubbles of refrigerant leaking out. That's why we have to have the plastic caps. Okay, so no fuel leak. Everything it looks fairly decent on it, except for that janky battery business, which I just fixed. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to corroborate the complaint on this. Those aren't factory, I don't think. Little fans on the lights or whatever. Oh, hey, look! I found some more damage. Look at all that that glue business right there. See that yellow-looking discolored stuff? That's panel glue to glue this busted bumper back together. So it was in a front-end collision. Probably went up for auction. They fixed it, Carmaxed it, slapped the sticker on there, detailed it, and sent it on its way. Resale complete. So I think that's the worst of the worst of it on this car. Like I said, it did have some bent rims that they claimed that they had replaced or whatever, but that's not helping us out with the fuel smell. So I don't smell it, I don't see it, can't reproduce it, therefore it must not exist. I conclude that there is no gasoline fuel leak on this CarMax resale edition Mazda. So guys, I do not believe I have anything else to offer on this particular post-purchase inspection. We went through with the scan tool, found no trouble codes. The engine runs well, it shifts well. The fluids are pretty typical for the mileage on it, and they have not been serviced with the exception of engine oils from what I can tell. But that is maintenance and not a return to the seller type of complaint. So basically what we've addressed is this thing had no accident reports, but it was in some kind of damageable collision. It's got front end parts that were changed, and it's got a new tire to go with the front end parts, so that tells me they ran into or onto something. It probably should have been disclosed and reported. That's sort of my only rub on this situation here. Nothing loud, nothing major, I guess, in my estimation. We're not seeing any fuel or evidence of fuel leaking, so I cannot confirm or deny the complaint of the smell of gasoline. So you guys let me know. Have you ever experienced your Mazda leaking or making a gasoline smell? Have you ever experienced the CarMax brand of dealerships? Weigh your opinions on both of those matters down in the comment section below. Do not forget to engage that like and subscribe button right down there. And most importantly, have yourselves a fantastic day. See you guys later in a Mazda, in a video, and a post-purchase inspection, in a transmission.